able to do it justice. There's certain roles I just wouldn't even consider because I'm not gonna be able to pull it off, man. I'm offend them more than they gonna be offended by me saying something slanderous. They gonna be just like, oh, come on now, really?
If you thought you knew the television industry, then think again, because Omar Gooding is here to pull back the curtain on everything. The actor revealed the truth about the sinister things that go on behind the scenes in a tell-all interview, and fans are left at a loss of words. According to Omar, he almost lost his career for sticking to his ideals. What's more, Omar said that these hurdles exist for black actors only. Just what else did the actor say? And is there any truth to his words? Welcome back to Celebrity Fix, where we will be talking about how Omar Gooding revealed why black straight actors can't survive Hollywood. But before we give you the deets, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos.
I'm the type of person that moves around in the world. So I know how, I couldn't do something even, I'd be like, all right, fine, it's just acting. And then you meet somebody like, damn, I saw you with that. I say, oh, hell no, listen, man, that's acting.
Omar Gooding is well established in Hollywood. As the younger brother of Cuba Gooding Junior, Academy Award winner, Omar didn't have to do much to catch the eyes of the directors. He started out in the series Wild and Crazy Kids, taking on the role of the host in 1990. That same year, he got his big break on the big screen with a role in Ghost Dad, and the rest was history. The opportunities came knocking after that, with Omar bagging roles left and right. He landed a guest role in the American sitcom Blossom, but that attention came at the cost of his morals. Hollywood is known for asking actors to do some ridiculous things for the sake of their work. However, with an actor as big as Omar, you'd think he'd be spared the trouble, but no. Omar had to deal with the same set of problems as everyone else. However, he revealed that these obstacles exist more for black actors. Black actors have always had to put up with the struggle of meeting higher standards to prove themselves. In fact, several black actors have talked about the mistreatment in the industry for years. It almost seems like there's a pattern with black actors around the world taking the brunt of it. According to Omar, the problem is that the industry is obsessed with feminizing black male actors. But Omar had decided from the very start that he'd never let anyone force him to compromise on his heterosexuality.
Because I'm the type of heterosexual man that will not compromise, for two reasons.
Before stepping into this line of work, Omar had made up his mind about how he wouldn't take on any roles that didn't speak to him. Omar wanted his work to represent who he was. Now, a lot of actors don't really share his sentiments. They're more than happy taking on any roles that come their way because at the end of the day, it's acting. But that's not how Omar does things.
One, I'm the type of person that moves around in the world. So I know how, I couldn't do something even, I'd be like, all right, fine, it's just acting. And then you meet somebody like, damn, I saw you with that. I say, oh, hell no, listen, man, that's acting.
Omar's decision may seem unnecessary to some, but it makes sense because actors are greatly recognized by the roles they take on. The characters they play end up becoming their identity. It's how fans end up recognizing them. Omar simply wanted to protect that image. He was offered the chance to play a character that wears a dress, but Omar didn't want to spend the next few years explaining how that character was just a part of his job, so he turned down the role and never looked back. Another reason why Omar chose this path is simply because he didn't believe he had the chops to pull it off. And we all know what happens when an actor takes on a role that they can't do justice to. They have to face the fans' wrath and constant criticism, and Omar simply couldn't deal with that headache.
There's certain roles I just wouldn't even consider because I'm not gonna be able to pull it off, man. I'm offend them more than they gonna be offended by me saying something slanderous. They gonna be just like, oh, come on now, really? The tip of the iceberg.
He decided to live out his acting career peacefully by taking on roles he was fit for. In his view, he would have ended up playing the role in a way that would have offended people. Not because he wanted to, but because there was simply no other way. Omar genuinely believes that this is the better way. He even advised young and upcoming actors to take the same route. His advice to anyone just starting out in the industry is to stick to the roles that they know. If there's not one on the table, it's better to walk away. While it may be hard for young actors to do so, since they need all the opportunities they can get, Omar's words offer comfort. He believes that better roles will come knocking sooner or later. In his eyes, this is the only way to protect yourself in an industry that makes a living by exploiting actors. There's also no such thing as not having a choice in the actor's view. There's always a way, and it's much better than having to deal with the colossal consequences of your decisions later on. One reason why Omar was able to avoid such roles is that he didn't make himself particularly approachable. While fans praise Omar for sticking to his guns, Hollywood doesn't feel the same way. Big-time directors have made sure to punish Omar by offering him less than ideal deals. This is why Omar's career has been stunted.
Do you feel that you've been properly supported, or do you think the industry has overlooked Omar Gooding?
Oh, that's easy. Yeah, that's easy. No. Definitely not supported and definitely overlooked.
However, Omar has been able to bounce back from the backlash. He had a backup plan from the start, and it's a good thing that he did. Omar's story would have been quite different had he not had a safety plan in place. Anyone else in Omar's shoes might not have survived the blows to their career. That said, Omar bears no ill will. Sure, he was angry before, but at the end of the day, he's happy with the choices he's made. And if given the choice, he'd do it all over again.
Yeah, that's kind of how I looked at it young. Now I'm like, look, I understand the importance of making the right choices.
Surprisingly, Omar is not the first one to deal with something like this. His brother, Cuba, had to go through the same things, and when Omar found out, he was shocked. Now we don't know what Cuba did in these situations, but Omar sure walked away. Even Cat Williams, an American stand-up comedian and actor, was offered a role where he had to wear a dress. But he knew better than to say yes. He followed Omar's lead and turned down the role and never looked back.
It is possible that there isn't anything funnier than a guy in a dress. And if that's the case, then it might also be said that there's nothing funnier than a black guy in a dress.
Like Omar, Cat simply couldn't put up with this aspect of acting regardless of the amount of money that's offered. All in all, both Omar's and Cat's decisions make sense. Not everyone can do everything, and it's best to stick to your values. Actors simply shouldn't think about the checks. If they want to be successful actors with no regrets, then it's important to take on roles that speak to them. However, taking this route may not be for every actor. Some actors are more than comfortable wearing dresses. Now, this could be because they're comfortable doing so, or simply because there's a long list of actors who've already done the same thing and made it big. Surprisingly, Cat said something along these lines in an interview, and fans believe that his words were directed at Kevin Hart. He said that Kevin doesn't have to worry about people criticizing him because many black actors before him have worn a dress for the sake of the role. Mind you, Kevin was once asked about his thoughts on black actors wearing dresses. Now, he didn't outright say that he wouldn't wear one, but he did laugh in response to the question, implying that he didn't see himself wearing a dress. But it looks like the industry got to him as well. And that's all for today. What do you think of the situation? Do you think Omar's right? Does Hollywood need to change the way it treats black actors? Will Omar's words bring about some change? Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos. We'll see you next time with more updates from the celebrity world.